Alright, so we have this new ability where we can dominate orcs. We enter stealth, we hit B to stealth to dominate them. Or hold B to dominate. All drain, now dominate, as does interrogating.
Our greatest assets are the power of the ring and stealth. If possible, we should remain undetected until we have tilted the odds in our favor.
You're the greatest asshat. Kill Brimbor. Get out of here, Mouse. It's so weird. Alright. So we gotta dominate these filthy orcs. Submit to me!
These archers will be more than just our weapons.
Right, so this is the, like,
They will
blue
be our
hand.
eyes.
Okay. Got it.
I should head to the pit. See if that big Olog's fighting today.
So what? Okay. I guess.
So is at the fighting bit right now, watching a few heads get bashed in.
I guess we'll find out what it means to dominate.
A fine addition to our army.
Welcome back, OMG. So we're gonna palette swap all these orcs, and then, like, what happens after that? I guess it'll tell us.
Maybe I'll knock off early and take in a fight at the pit. If I'm lucky,
You heard
Brûz
the
will be
news about
fighting
Nemesis,
today.
right? We're not
Nemesis.
gonna let the Witch King's boys have all the fun.
Strong as these warriors are, they cannot resist my ring.
Yes.
Put your backs in.
We like it, so we're gonna put a ring on
You'll
it.
not be conquering the rest of Gondor with a weak arm.
They are powerless to resist.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's cool and stuff, but... I mean, he's just gotta teleport.
To defeat Sauron, we must first dominate his forces.
I'm trying to teach you something. A skill you'll need when you get to Sackington.
Not slay the archers.
Oops.
Dominate them.
Oh, I see. If you hit B again on someone you've already dominated, it pops them.
Another arrow in our quiver.
I mean, this ain't feel to conquer.
What just happened?
Feels right.
If I could defeat him alone, I would.
What? Killing any of them? Eat shit. Ah, god damn it. Now it's gonna take forever.
Our greatest assets are the power
That
of
is
the ring
so
and
dumb.
stealth. If possible, we
I
should
hate it.
remain
I
undetected
fucking hate
until
it.
we have tilted the odds in our favor.
Brûz is fighting in the pit. Someone's sneaking about.
I hate that. That's so stupid.
There.
What?
You did not start this.
Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Oh, Jesus. There's only one. Apparently, unlike much of the rest of the game,
Our
there's only
greatest
one way to
assets
do
are the
this.
power of the ring and stealth. If possible, we should remain
So it's it was the
undetected until we
detected
have
thing
tilted
that
the
fucked me,
odds in
not
our
the kill
favor.
thing. Okay.
There's nothing to do.
I hate it.
around here.
Fucking hate it.
I should head to the pit. See if that big Olog's fighting today.
Like, I don't have to do this 10 times. I
These
understand
archers
how
will be
it
more
works.
than just our weapons. They will be our eyes.
Did I just...
An elf wouldn't have been detected. Yeah, it's pretty true, I think.
Already our army consumes that of the Dark Lord.
Listen, Thalion learned how to dominate orcs from a tutorial that he read on Tumblr, so just fucking give him a break. He's trying his hardest with the resources that he has available.
Listen, I'm trying to teach you something here. A skill you'll need when you get to Sackington.
He will serve us well.
You'll not be conquering the rest of Gondor with a weak arm.
ring will give us an army, and then it will give us Mordor.
Right? We're not gonna let the Witch King's boys have all the fun!
Okay.
Train hard, you'll fight hard!
Almost
Then
there.
maybe you can conquer a Gondorian city!
No enemy in Mordor is safe from the power of my ring.
Alright. Celebrimbor, we don't need to hear you fucking jerking yourself off about how great your ring is every 5 seconds. Alright, we did it. They will not attack them from our allies unless you activate them. If you enter combat, they activate automatically.
Let us test our warriors.
We shall abide!
Very polite of them to just watch while I dominate their friends. I mean, maybe that's what they're into. I'm okay with that too. And everybody will get a turn, right?
Promising start, but this is only the beginning. We require more warriors.
Yeah, it's just not scalable. Like, if we need to make an army, I can't individually fix every single orc. Like, it's not gonna work.
We will also require commanders, exceptional orcs who can do more.
Hold on, I need to read about it now. I thought we had some
Simply serve as fodder.
But what of this forest? It calls to us.
We must not be distracted. Building our army is paramount.
Alright, well, let's... God damn it, I don't want to do, like, a million things. Like, I'm not interested in running around collecting all this shit. Maybe let's just do story stuff for right now. And see how it scales.
Orcs fight each other endlessly to climb the hierarchy.
Then we shall find the ones who rise to the top. They are who we want in our army.
Because then if we want to go back and do all the other horseshit, we can.
Nirn is overrun with orcs, perfect for our purpose.
What became of Thalion? The people? Queen Marwen, it was she who first suggested an orc.
Let's forge an army.
I've had enough of your mouth,
Scack.
Brûz. So now I'm gonna kill you.
He looks
for
awesome.
all these orcs to see.
Always said you were an optimist. Know what that is, mate? It's about sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, all right, I'll have
He
a
is
go."
very eloquent.
Exactly the same way.
Oh, get him, Brûz. Oh, see you later, Scack. Brûz. Good night, Brûz. You can recruit captains as followers. Attack until he breaks, then dominate him. All right. All right, Brûz. That's on purpose, right? That whole thing with him. All right, buddy. Here you go.
Reckon you're going to skewer me? Ah, that little sword's good for a tickle, maybe. But you're gonna need more than that to take me down.
I'll give you a little tickle, Brûz. Oh. Ripper moves, Ranger. Yeah, that's a very cool. What is he, an Orog? He's fucking awesome. That's a great model. I think they look fantastic. Olog, right? Not an Orog. Orog was the off-brand, like D&D version of that. Like pit fiends. Oops. Nope. Poison now. Oh, Chianti, I was talking about, there's a movie called Chinatown. It's from the early 70s, I think. It's got Jack Nicholson in it, and it's one of the best. One of the best movies I've ever seen.
Serve the bright
All right, Brucey.
now.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord. Same thing, really. Results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
All right, Brûz, you're the best.
To our army.
Name's Brûz. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my enemies. They will all follow eventually.
Like, he's funny
You
and all,
wanna
but he's
plant your
way
flag
off
in,
tone.
Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a two-headed troll big as a mountain. Deadly smart, which, oh, I guess he'd have to be given the two heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron, and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
Way
I'm
off
not going to do
tone.
this alone.
But then so are a lot
Gather
of the
your
orcs.
troops. Will do. Ooh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?
Yeah, like, I like him a lot, and I like that tone better than the rest of the game. Like, to be fair, he's off tone in a great way, but the game has some tone issues, I think, around like how it. We talked about this before about how it portrays orcs, in that it wants us to treat them like D&D treats orcs, but it also wants us to treat them like humans. And to like think of them as having personalities and stuff. So it's confusing. Yeah. Alright, Brûz. Brûz wants you to defeat the Overlord and get a fortress in Yurnin. Okay. Can I review the army menu? Here we go. Come on, game. This region is controlled by the forces of Brûz, which is ruled by a fearsome overlord. To begin your conquest, you must assault and capture Brûz. Increase your army strength by gathering additional captains to serve as assault leaders. The overlord's chiefs are warchiefs responsible for fortress defenses. Draw out a warchief by doing a confrontation mission. Killed or dominate the warchief. Okay, so we just gotta work our way up. And then here's Brûz, and we can upgrade him with stuff. Sappers. Group of Olaghai, obviously. Can we do all these? I got so much money. Oh, I see. You just pick one or the other. Okay, well, let's give him the Olaghai. All right, well. This war chief is what's served by these dudes. Let's make this unknown captain our guy. And then I got a skill point, so let's keep moving down the...
Weakening enemy power is important, but what is most crucial for conquest is strengthening our own forces.
Right, and you can only capture orcs that are up to your level. That's good to know.
You give up too easily.
Hey, there's one right there. Let's get that guy.
I don't want to get my head. Watch my get down, you talk.
You're the fucking Tark. Why'd you Tark to me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You must be talking to me because there's no one else around for you to talk to. Yeah, can we just have Brûz back? Can this just be a game about him? Brûz quest? Yeah, Brûz and Eltariel. This is the problem where when they make a game, it's fucking just like The Witcher. Geralt is so boring, and then everyone around him, by extension, seems much cooler, even when they're not, simply because he's so fucking dull. And it's totally the same thing here. Like, Thalion and Celebrimbor are so stupid. Dominate you yet, or? Break. Well, you can like Geralt, but he's still super, like, boring, in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of, like, character traits. Hi, can you be broken now, or? Why does he have so few hit points and it isn't broken? I don't want to kill him. How do I break this guy? Break, damn you! I don't want to have to kill you. Am I missing something about how to make them broken? Just gonna flip-flop over you. I guess. Alright. Guess you're dead. Never mind. Lunar rune. Oh, Ringcraft. Alright, cool. And the new gem slot. Excellent.
They lack the grace.
Oh,
and
it's his
precision of the
unbreakable
elves,
trade,
yet
of
they persist in
course.
flinging arrows our way.
Thinking.
I don't mind, so long as they miss.
Yeah, of course. It was the unbreakable. I just RNG'd into an exception. Right. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Yeah. You're all alone. Your ass is mine. Look at this sexy orc. Hi. Hi, I like you. That orc is a never nude, I think.
Here it comes.
I like his jorts, his little orc jorts. Orcs with jorts. Orcs with jorts. Nope, that's good. We got it. Have I read any of the Witcher books? Yes, I have. They were better than the game. Though the game is beautiful. All three of them are engineering marvels as far as video games go. But it's just Geralt. Geralt is the problem. There's lots of interesting stuff, cool characters. There's lots of cool shit going on in that world, but Geralt is the least interesting thing in it. Yeah, I think by merit of being a video game character, that version of Geralt is less interesting. I don't wanna ride. Dominate everything. Caragor, stop it. Yeah, I mean, there's a spectrum of gruff, white, male, 30-something protagonists. Geralt is in there. I mean, obviously he's not 30-something, but you know what I mean. And then, all right, both these captains. And then, you know, this Thalion, Altair, Ezio. You know, there's a long, wide space that these guys exist in.
Never be able to escape.
Sakura, your ass is mine. I'm gonna catch both of these guys. I don't even care.
You ruined a perfectly good chase. But I suppose you set up a perfectly good slaughter.
But yeah, that's what I was saying, Nemhart. Like the game isn't sure. It seems confused about what it wants us to think about orcs because it's gonna be boring if the orcs are all just monsters.
Here comes the bang.
But also it's gonna be easier to justify like dominating them and being awful to them. So it's confused. It's got a challenge ahead of it that I think is maybe more than it can handle. God damn it, Caragor. Oh, here we go. Get him! Yeah, your shit is mine.
I am your master. I will serve you.
All right, stay and fight for me.
I'll guard you.
Where's that other one?
You outstriker! You're weak!
Now you're on fire.
All right, boss. Well, see you're expanding already? Beauty. You know what you should do? Is make that bloke your bodyguard. Anyone looking to carve his way across
Your
Mordor
bodyguard.
needs a guard or two. I mean, I don't. I mean, obviously. If it ever got to the point where I needed a hand on the battlefield, I'd cut my own throat. But
Brûz.
you should have some added muscle. No shame in it.
All right, Brûz. So, I mean, the thing here, like when you say that the point was to make you unsure about how you feel in regards to dominating living, breathing creatures, I don't think the game gives a fuck about that. Like it never once, to me, indicated that was what I was supposed to think. Like so far, now that you new follower, okay. So far, it just seems like the game just wants me to dominate orcs. Like it's just clear. Dizu. Welcome. Thank you. All right, come on. Can I go back to what I was doing, please? Summon bodyguard. Your ass is mine, friend. Oh, gently caress the side of your face.
Abandon your master and serve me. Thank you, master.
All right, retreat. Fuck out of here. All right, dominate captains to prepare for the assault. Well, let's go find some more captains then. So that's drawing out the Warchief. Some guys over here. And what's this? The Witch King's Vision. Oh, this is all Eltariel stuff. Yeah, we'll get around to that. Let's go this way.
Did I just hear something?
Go! There! Take him down! Something just moved over there!
See you later, Monolith.
How you going, boss? Got yourself another hanger-on, have ya? You'll have a proper
What is it
army
with
in no
Brûz
time.
the
But you
tutorial?
gotta remember, an army needs orders to follow. And I'll tell you what's always a popular one. Murder.
Murder.
Command that new follower of yours to gut
You're
some
right.
bugger you don't like, and that'll free you up to gut somebody else at the same time. And remember to keep the target's weaknesses in mind. If he's terrified of fire, there's nothing
Brutorial.
funnier than sending someone to clobber him with a fire weapon. Oh, that's proper music, that is.
Okay, Brûz. No, I don't want to do that. I know I can, but I don't want to. Ah, jeez. All right. Okay. Highlight a follower. Yep. Command this follower. Select enemy captain to kill. I don't know any enemy captains, so. Go get him. Ashburn. There we go. What do we know about him? He's immune to combat executions, and he's a lethal killer. Well. Look at that guy. Who's that? Whoa! Arbeca Hothead. I want that guy. Wait a second, does this, so every time I command them, does it just tell me things about them now? That's so weird. Look, it just gives me details. I could just do this on all the orcs to, like, learn their weaknesses. Okay, well, whatever. You go after him. Sure. I will target that guy. Look at him. He's so cool looking.
You're done.
But he is, where the hell is he? He's all the way down here. Let's go here first.
Welcome to the Mouth Squad.
Hello, Fearless Panda. Thank you. Just climb the pile of rubble. God damn you.
No getting away from the beasts. They find you. We need to chop more trees.
Yeah, the thing that makes the visibility of their weaknesses seem like an oversight is that you have to do it one at a time. Like, it should just give you all that information as soon as you dominate any of the orcs. Aw, thanks, Dizzy. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's tricky. I talked a little bit about something similar in Hot for Teacher Day. Where is... why am I even doing... I guess I gotta do this now so that I know where all these are later in case I feel like checking them. But I'm pretty much done with, like, elven poetry and doing all the fucking searching for everything bullshit. Little treasure behind the waterfall there. What else we got? Gondorian artifacts. Alright. What else we got? Evil Dean. Alright, one more artifact. Got it. Alright. Whoop. Basically, I want these for the fast travel. That's my main shit.
You! Maggot!
The orc wishes us to chase him. We will give him his pursuit.
Why?
I can't move! You know how long I had to train to get so deadly?
You shock the rash. I wonder if that means we can get a rash the rash.
I should kill you for being so ungrateful.
mean, I guess technically we could. Hi. Sure.
You fight for the bright lord!
What do you wish of me? Wish of me? But I was just getting started!
Okay, so we're gonna go. Keep recruiting followers, I guess. So where's the next one? Yeah, let's go recover this one. Just do whatever bullshit is along the way.
Hit his legs! This is the end! Disarm him!
Thank you. Get out of my way. God.
I got him!
What a bag of dicks these guys are.
Break his arms! Wait. I smell something. Get behind him!
Oh, what? I can't. What? Oh, I gotta go down. That was a cool animation.
Look out! His blade is sharp! Someone's sneaking about.
I'm not really sneaking, dude. I'm just like literally like running as fast as I can in front of everybody.
You won't escape!
Bright Lord. That bloke you recruited is a sneaky bastard.
all right, it's
He'd make a
tutorial
top
time again, eh?
backstabber. What you want to do is to make him bodyguard to a Warchief, so you can, well, stab him in the back. Of course, no Warchief's gonna take on a bodyguard unless he's proved himself, and the place to do that is in the fight pits. How does surviving a few rounds make it trustworthy? No idea, but it's a bloody good laugh. And you'd be a drongo to trust it all anyway.
That's funny because
So
Australian
it's,
slang sounds like
go
orc
on,
talk.
have a go.
Be a drongo. You don't want to be a drongo. Cal drongo? Highlight a follower. Okay. I will. How about this guy? Command.
Shock.
Spy on this warchief. Ishmael's the mindless. God, can you imagine if you tried to include a character like that in Dungeons and Dragons? Like just an NPC that joined the party and like ran around with you and was like, hey, if you use your magic missile right now, you could kill 3 of these guys instead of 2. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Alex, his thing is that he's Brûz, and like that's an Australian thing, and like he's very much supposed to be a big Australian ogre dude.
Edrafani, get it lean!
Yeah, it's like playing Pandemic with someone who's played it a bunch of times before, and you're like, don't do that. Don't take your turn that way. Cooperative game design is actually really hard to do because you run into that problem of like someone who's an expert telling everyone else what to do. So like the problem with us liking Brûz, like the fact that we're even like in a position to like him as a character, calls the whole premise of what we're doing into question, because if Brûz is capable of being like funny and interesting, every single orc is capable of being funny and interesting. And now we're killing people that are funny and interesting. And they're people, right? Like it totally fucks the whole moral premise of the game and puts us in a position to do both. And I don't think you can have both. I don't think you're allowed to have Brûz and all orcs are meaningless sludge.
I will teach you the meaning of the word savage.
Savage. Right, exactly. You justify it by being like, look, Brûz is only interesting because he's on our team. Look at how much like a human he acts. Isn't it cute? Can I go around? Yeah. No, what? Ah, oh, goddamn, I pressed the wrong thing.
The top! There! Bleed the shrunk! Afraid to face me?
Come here, buddy. Okay, I gotta get one more of those.
Let's start fighting!
Okay, now we kill the savages.
We've got you!
Like, there are lots of things you could do to make the mind domination more interesting, but as it stands, it's pretty weird. And like not really justifiable as being like, I don't know, it's yeah, we would have to work pretty hard to make it anything other than just like kind of a confused situation. It's not about them being funny, it's about them being human, right? Like Brûz, as soon as we dominated him, he made the narrative move from a villain, a mindless villain, to a dominated ally, a human, essentially. He was humanized, which defeats the purpose of sort of orcs in the fiction, which is to say they're monsters, and whatever happens to them doesn't matter. Yeah, it's messy, and it plays into a lot of the like weird sort of forced humanization shit that happens in fantasy.
You fought well, savages! I honor you with my seething rage!
Alright, Tugog. Fuck you up. Where is he?
I've seen you fight. You're sloppy. Your skills are pathetic. If you were an Uruk, I'd teach you how to be
skull
better.
for an eye?
Instead, I'll just kill you.
War banners inspire orcs. Destroy the banner to stop its effect.
Too slow, Clark!
Yeah, I just don't think the game cares about it. I think the game thinks you can have both. Or maybe just never thought about it. Yeah, it was a photo mode. The game's not really pretty enough to warrant it, though, to be honest. In my opinion, anyway. All right, Dingus.
I swear my allegiance.
No, so it's not, that's the thing, is it's not just about the orcs being funny. It's about the orcs, it's about the orcs being whether they're human or not, and what transitions them from human to non-human and back, right? How do I command this guy? Okay. Oh, I see. Tugog gained some levels. Nice. Okay. Right here. Let's do this thing. Hey, Tumbleweed.
Chop him from behind!
Like, I'm pretty okay with the idea of the orcs just being evil. Like, I don't think we have to humanize the orcs for a game to be good. The problem is that the game can't decide whether it wants the human. We talked about this. Whether it wants the orcs to be human or not. Instead, it tries to do both, and that's where I think it stumbles. All right, what else do we need to do? Horza head chopper? I mean, we could just go here. Fuck it. Let's just go do this. Hey, Chosen Gamer. Also, thank you, Tumbleweed, for your resubscription. So, no, I don't think they can be human and evil at the same time, because that's not how orcs work. And also, we don't enslave humans. Enslaving humans is an evil act, right? And so if we're enslaving them, they have to either not be human or we're evil, which doesn't work with Tolkien's universe, right? In a world where we had to do things, like if this was a world of moral grays, then cool, but it isn't. It's Tolkien, right? Which is what makes that shit not work. Which is why I think this game would be better served just not being a Middle-earth game at all.
You're the Grave Walker. Thought you'd be a lot bigger.
We talked about how if they were constructs, right? If they were like magical golem type creatures or something with no agency, then converting them would be a totally different thing. And then they could have human-like traits, but we would know that it's about self-image and stuff, and like whether they're human or not. And I think that orcs are slightly too human in this for the enslavement thing to feel okay, but they're too monstrous for them to be fully. I don't know. It just feels like it's not handled maybe as elegantly, or maybe they don't care, right? All right, let's recruit this guy. For enslavement to be I don't know, allowable, then the things you are enslaving cannot have agency, because then it's not. I mean, slavery is bad no matter what. There's no good way around it. But for it to be acceptable, domination can be of something that has no agency on its own. So if they're either dormant or following orders because they're machines, that's one thing. But as soon as you give them sentience, it becomes immoral to enslave them. Yeah, the game acts like you are the good guys here. And Tolkien, I mean, if you're from Gondor, if you're a human, and you are not a very specific kind of corrupt, then you're doing good, and you're fighting Mordor and all that shit, right? Like, the only way that humans can be bad is if they fall to the service of evil, either intentionally or by accident. And that tension in Lord of the Rings is important. That's Boromir's whole story, right? Can Boromir still be a good guy? Right, and it proves that he is. Well, and then that's the question, right? Like, doing evil to evil, and like, enslaving evil people who enslave is not good. Two evils does not make good. But again, that's the question. That's the big question that Lord of the Rings asks, right? Can we use the ring against Sauron without also losing the greater war? And I believe that Tolkien says no, right? I believe that's the purpose of like, he says it pretty clearly, I think, in Lord of the Rings. And if you're supposed to believe that Celebrimbor is evil, then I want the game to acknowledge that you're the bad guy. Like, if this game ended with you, I don't know, joining Sauron or whatever, that would be awesome. But it can't, right? Like, video games, for the most part, don't end that way. Also, it's really hard, I think, for most designers to do you were the monster all along, or like, you win the game but you lost. Right, because it's the premise here is that we're getting vengeance for our dead family, and I don't think that we can end up being evil and still like get that, right? Like, I mean, that would be a great ending, that you're reunited with your family, but their spirits see what you've done and they reject you, right? And they're like, you've become as bad as the creatures that slew us. Your quest for revenge was misguided. You're a monster, and we cannot love you anymore. Like, that shit would be fucking awesome. But I don't believe in a game that would do that. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Right? Like, and I don't think, I mean, that has more room in Tolkien than it does here. Like, I think Tolkien would give you that shit, no problem. It wouldn't be Aragorn, but, you know, it's possible in that universe. But we're not gonna get that kind of ending. Come on, no, stop dominating this guy. You're just a nobody. Stop it. Tell me about Ishmaz. Can be grabbed or mounted without being weakened. Nice. Yeah, and obviously we gotta finish the story and see what happens. But so far, based on what I've seen, I am really curious. But I want the bad ending. Get off me. Ow, my head! Fuck. Hi, Xanast. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, if the story becomes rejecting Celebrimbor and giving up on our quest for the sake of good, that would be pretty cool, right? To be like, I no longer want to live, and I would rather give up on my quest than fall to evil. Or we pursue the quest via that villainy, and we do the Boromir, where we're like, we're gonna use evil, and we're gonna pursue our goal no matter what. That sort of Nietzschean, the end justifies the means thing, but then be rejected for it, and have our family be like, no, we reject you. You have turned to darkness, father, and get the fuck out of here. Hi, Lita. We're just talking about morality in fantasy settings. Well, no, the thing about comparing Celebrimbor to good is that he's portrayed as arrogant, which all elves to some degree or another are in Tolkien. But all elves are good, except for the ones that have actively turned to evil. So the only question is, are you just arrogant, or have you like turned to darkness? And that's a question that sort of needs to be answered to know whether he's like, whether we're looking at like a Morgoth situation, or if Celebrimbor's just a dick doing shitty things. I don't think that the people who designed the narrative of this game have that good a handle on how, I don't want to come in here, that good a handle on how morality works in like Middle Earth generally. I just don't think that that's something they really have like figured out. And I also think that they're making a story that's quite modern, right? And that's because it's a video game appealing to a modern audience. And if it were the same kind of morality in Tolkien, it would seem overly simplified, right? Alright, hothead. Let's do the mission. Orlisak the Guardian. Alright, Arbecca hothead. We gotta... I think Arbecca is short for Rebecca. That's my headcanon.
I want guards in 2-hour shifts. No surprises.
2 hours? Do they have watches in Mordor?
Don't stop killing till there is no one left to kill.
Wooden Fool, welcome to the squad. Thank you. Aerial ranged kills. Okay, like this? Yes.
You interrupt my raid? That's bad luck. For you.
Soviet Union. Orc dominate you. So weird, just like, just throw around some accents. Like, why are their accents different? Do they speak like a different variation of the Black Tongue of Mordor? Thanks, Tumbleweed. Like, if a creature's accents vary, in a fantasy setting, if a creature's accents vary, like say all the orcs have different accents, that must mean that the language that they speak is slightly different, right? Like it has to. They don't just have different accents for no reason. Oh shit.
If you die in the service of the Grave Walker, will you walk out of your grave
I thought we had the ring and we
Only
is
one
that
way to find
damn it,
out.
I thought that was magic. This is silly. I'm gonna dominate you again. It's not very he's not very well dominated. Heal him? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this just got more complicated. Need some arrows. Okay, fuck off for one. Yeah, fuck that guy up. Good job, Tugog. Also, he cut that guy's throat. Nice. I need to get Rebecca Hothead on my team, though. Rebecca, join my team. Okay. All right.
You will obey. Join my army. I swear allegiance to you.
I don't really have a choice, bruh. Infiltrate that Warchief.
I obey.
Because he's already connected to Warchief. Now, can we re-dominate that guy who, like... Because he's level 20. I gotta get on that shit. No. He's enraged. Oh well.
So you've brutally slain the vicious Uruk, have you? Ha ha! If only!
Is he still enraged? Nope, now he's not enraged. Perfect. Come here. Your ass is mine.
For the Bright Lord you will fight! I resist you!
Oh, he's got Iron Will now? God damn it, man. Well then, fuck you. And he's enraged by mortal wounds. Well, I'm enraged by betrayal, so get fucked.
I shall wear your...
Yes, smush him. Let's see. Ekazriel asks, would you rather fall off the moon or eat a plate? Fall off the moon. Give me some of that space action. And Larry Nom says, how do you feel about inspiration now that you've had more time with 5e? I still hate it. It's so bad. It's a bad mechanism. It doesn't do anything. It's crummy. That's what I think. At least from in my experience. I'm sure other people have had like a good time with it, but I don't like it. All right, well, let's go back here and fuck with the tooth and talon situation here. Why is there no Palantir right near them? God damn it. Why do I dislike it? Because it's like it's a really like simplistic lazy way to try to get people to roleplay, and it's not a real reward. And also, like, if you play with a group that actually plays their character, they should have it all the time. Like, you get it too often, unless your group is really lazy and bad. So I feel like it's just an awkward. Yeah, I forget that it exists most of the time because the thing that would trigger it is happening constantly. What would I replace it with? I don't know. A different, better reward structure. But I'm not getting paid by Wizards of the Coast to design 5th edition, so I'm not gonna do it for free. Come here, dick. I mean, I think that advantage is just like a thing built into the game, and I don't know how I would, I don't know, replace like, I don't think inspiration is that important.
By keeping Drakebait, this Warchief is playing with fire.
Fire. Alright, stealth ledge kills and shoot the bait. If Wizards paid me, would I work on 6th edition? Yeah, probably. Depends on how much they're going to pay me. Yeah, I'd love to do some official like work for D&D.
It's blundered over here.
Come here. Come here, I just want to murder you. Come over here. Stop paying attention to that dragon. It's just gonna give me a gem anyway. Hi. Can I dominate these guys? I probably don't have the, it's because I don't have the talent. I'm just gonna kill him.
Impressive kill.
but it won't keep.
Need some health. Dominate some shit. Like this guy. Hi.
You're mine!
Oops, that was the wrong button. Oh, well, whatever.
I got him!
Facecake wants to know my process of creating a setting. I just do it small. I start with only the stuff that I need in the moment, and then I build out from there. Trying to build an entire universe and then play in it doesn't make any sense. And then I build around that. I start small and build out rather than building the whole thing and then exploring inside of it. Most of the stuff in a setting doesn't exist until I need it. Alright, I gotta go find some bait. This mission. Enemy's raising the alarm. No, you don't. Come here, you little shit. Yeah, shadow shots. DMing's like my main. It's my main jam. All right. So we need to go this way. I gotta stop and get this. It's just like it's right here. Hey, Retro. Hold on, I gotta look at this artifact. It's a stick.
Gondor's roots are literal ones, for our realm is intertwined with the White Tree, our greatest symbol and inspiration. Isildur himself gave our people the sapling that would grow into the White Tree.
Isildur.
It survived attacks from Sauron, plagues, and multiple transplants as Gondor's borders shifted in war. Today, the White Tree stands in our capital, Minas Tirith, though it will not blossom.
All
again
praise the stick of
until
Gondor.
the
It looks like
king
a Dark
returns,
Souls item.
as my father once said.
Talk about how our sticks aren't good enough for you. How good are elven
Domination will
trees?
need more than symbols to inspire it soon enough.
Negative Nancy over here. Really don't have time for this shit right now. Let's get out of here. See you later, fire guy. Should be some arrows around here. Arrows? Somewhere? Arrows? Anywhere? I see them on my map, but there they are. Shit, that hot circle. Okay, here we go. Ishnaz.
Death to Sauron!
Yeah! Get him! Get him with your big stick, Tuffy! Boy, Ishmael's getting fucked up. He's gonna die before I even get there. Jesus. Alright, Ishnaz. That sounds like doing 2 + 2. You idiot. That was easy. Cool.
You will join me. I don't know.
Okay, we're good. Now I gotta do the other one. But also there's Horza head chopper right there. So we could do that too. Alright, well let's take a quick break, and when we come back, maybe we'll get that head chopper, or maybe we won't. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.